Hello, it's Monday, and I've got a read aloud that I'm going to share with you today. This week, we are going to be talking about what we call making connections as we read. That can mean several things. When we read a story, sometimes we relate to the story in a certain way. Sometimes a story reminds us of something that has happened to us. That's what we call a text to self connection, where we can relate to the characters, or we know how the characters have thought or what they're going through. So sometimes that's a connection we can make. Another kind of connection is what we call a text to text connection. And that's where maybe I'm reading a story and it reminds me of another story that I've read with maybe a different author. And we can kind of relate the two stories together and notice how they're similar. And then the third type of connection is what we call a text to world connection. And this is a little harder sometimes to determine, but basically it's when we can relate a story to something that's maybe happening in the world, or that has happened in the world outside of our daily lives. Those are a little harder to make sense out of, or to recognize. So today I've got a story that I think that we can all relate to. We can all make a text to self connection for sure. And it's called When Sophie Gets Angry, Really, Really Angry. And so I'm going to read this to you, and then we're going to talk just a minute about how we can relate to this and what it maybe reminds us of in our own lives. Here we go. Sophie was busy playing when her sister grabbed Gorilla. "No," said Sophie. "Yes," said her mother. "It is her turn now, Sophie." As her sister snatched a gorilla away, Sophie fell over the truck. Oh, is Sophie ever angry now? She kicks. She screams. She wants to smash the world to smithereens. You ever felt like that? I know I have. She roars a red, red roar. Sophie is a volcano ready to explode. And when Sophie gets angry, really, really angry, pa-bam, she runs. She runs and runs and runs until she can't run anymore. Then for a little while, she cries. Now she sees the rocks, the trees and ferns. She hears a bird. She comes to the old beech tree. She climbs. She feels the breeze blow her hair. She watches the water and the waves. The wide world comforts her. Sophie feels better now. She climbs back down and heads for home. The house is warm and smells good. Everyone is glad she's home. Everything's back together again. You can see the whole family there sitting together doing a puzzle. And Sophie isn't angry anymore. So I know we've all had times in our lives when we've been angry and we get mad, something really sets us off, and we just need some time to break away from that moment, get out and maybe just have some of our own private time, to take a walk, to just have some time to ourselves to kind of think about things and recover. And then usually after a little bit, we start feeling better and we're able to go about our day and kind of come back sometimes we just need a break. And that's kind of what this book is about. When Sophie gets angry, I can definitely relate to Sophie, and I'm sure you can too. So we made that connection with our own selves, and we made that text to self connection. So as we read some other stories this week, we'll see what other kinds of connections we can make. Have a good day.